morning, everybody. I did a workout this morning and was listening to a podcast and realized something about success that I wanted to share with you. So it's called I call it the wall. I think, obviously get it from when you run, but I think it applies in other areas. So let's start with the running wall, because that's something that everybody is familiar with, or could be easily. If you're running, and anybody that's done any kind of running, you're familiar with this, that you come upon what's called a wall. Everybody has it, and some people it's like 3 steps into the run. And with other people, it's much, much further. I guess if you're a much better athlete, the wall is further in. So the wall represents kind of this barrier that you hit, and you kind of push through it. And once you get to the other side of the wall, that's where you really are challenged, and that's where the true test of your endurance comes in. A lot of people stop at the wall because the wall is inconvenient. But it's not just a physical wall. For runners it may be, but for the rest of us, or if you don't run, there is a wall in life, in success. When I was working out, the wall hits about halfway or 2/3 of the way into the workout. You are truly tested. Do you keep going or do you rest? I do a CrossFit workout, and I do a 30-minute AMRAP, or as many rounds as possible is what that's called. And the goal is to see how many rounds you can get through in 30 minutes of whatever types of workout movements that I program. Anyways, there's a wall that I hit in a workout, and what I discovered today working out is that the real workout begins after the wall. And what do I mean by that? If I stop at the wall, I don't have any challenge in my workout. In other words, I push myself up to the wall and then stop. I'm not going to be sore the next day. I'm not going to have pushed my muscles to do anything new or different or challenging because I stopped at the wall. And when we go through life, we have the exact same thing happen to us in regards to our business, in regards to success, in regards to anything that we want to accomplish. We have a wall, and if we stop before the wall, we don't push ourselves through. We don't learn anything. We don't grow. We don't change. Nothing changes for us. So when you're going through life and you come upon some obstacles, challenges, whatever, we already know success is not necessarily going to be easy. Some people, it seems like success comes very easily because we hear just the small piece of their story, but we don't hear all the stuff that they went through, all the walls they had to push themselves through in order to get to the other side. And the other side is exactly what we see. That's the sweet spot. That's the grass is greener area. So we think sometimes the success comes easy for some people, when in reality, we've all had to push through the wall. So if you're going through stuff, first thing I think is to recognize that it's normal. That's the path everybody takes in one form or another to get through to success. Now, some people have a disposition to break through the wall. Other people have talents and skills that enable them to push through the wall. But the wall exists for all of us. And if you're going through stuff, know that your success begins, your journey to success begins on the other side of that wall. The wall just gets you through to the beginning. If you stop before the wall, you haven't stretched, you haven't done anything. That's where everybody exists. Everybody does their routine. We all live on the front side of the wall, but the back side of the wall, that's where the true journey begins, because that's where you are truly tested, on the back side of the wall. The true test, the hard stuff, that's not the front side of the wall. That's the easy stuff. So let's say I want to do a workout of push-ups, and I do, let's say I do 50 push-ups without stopping. For me, that's pretty tough, but I can do it. And the real test of that wall is push-up number 51. So you might say that I had a 1 push-up test, and that was to do all my push-ups let's say I did a push-up test of 50 push-ups, but it's that number 51 that's the workout. So my whole workout is one push-up, but that one push-up only matters if I did 50 of them first. So without the 50 push-ups, straight, without stopping, unbroken as we call it, 50 unbroken push-ups, without that, the one push-up means nothing. If I drop down and did one push-up right now, I'm not going to be sore tomorrow. If I drop down and do 50 push-ups and then do one push-up, I might be sore tomorrow. The 50 push-ups is what makes the difference. That's the wall. That's the effort leading up to the wall. The wall is where your test begins. So you might do, let's say you're a YouTuber, and you might do 1,000 videos and get hardly any likes, any followers at all. But that 1,001st video, you might hit the wall at 1,000 and think to yourself, gosh, this is stupid. This is dumb. What am I doing? I should just give up. Nobody's paying attention, whatever the case may be. But that 1,001, that first video after 1,000, after the wall, that's the one that might make all the difference. But you had to do 1,000 to get to that one. Does that make sense? So whatever you're trying to do in life, don't give up before the wall. The wall is where your journey begins. The wall is, once you've hit the wall, congratulate yourself, because you're now at the beginning of the journey that truly matters.